Alright, welcome to another night, and I say night because for me it is 10 o'clock. Another night of pre-calculus. We're going to be looking at the law of cosines, so this is going to be using the side angle side. If you remember talking about last class, if we had a triangle, and we were given right triangle there, A, B, C, where let's say this is 5, this is 4, and this is 57 degrees. So let's say we're given that. We could not find the missing sides. There's no way using law of sines to do this. So this is called the side angle side property. So this we have to use law of cosines. All right. Now, if we're given all three sides, we can also use law of cosines to find any missing angle. Okay. As long as we have all three sides. Now we're going to end this with the triangle area and Heron's formula. So finding triangle area using two different formulas. One is called Heron's formula. Another one is a kind of a special formula. As long as you're given all three sides, we can find the area of any triangle, non-right triangle. So we don't actually need the base and the height. We can just use all three sides. Okay. So let's look at the first one. Let's clear this. The first one. Here we have the law of cosines. Okay, so now you can take the step forward. This right here, let me draw a triangle again. Put it up here. So we have, and I scrolled, didn't I? There we go. Clear. So we have three sides. We have A, B, C. And we have side A, side B, and side C. All right. So this says that A squared is equal to B squared plus C squared minus 2 times B times C times the cosine of A. Okay. Now we could go through the really fun long process of proving that this formula is true, okay? But I don't want to, okay? So I'm just going to say this is true, this works, and this is what we're going to be doing from this point on. Now you can take this step further because it says A squared, and if we want A, it just means you have to square root your result. So really, you can just put all this in a calculator. You know A, B, if you're finding A, you're given B, C, and angle A. Okay, you're given those three things. So just plug this in a calculator and just put the square root symbol. Okay, so you don't have to worry about A squared, just A. So again, B is equal to the square root of this. C is equal to the square root of that. Okay, now this is for the side angle side rules. Okay, to where you're finding a missing side, say we're finding A, B, or C, you're given side angle side. Now, what if you have all three sides and you need a missing angle? So if you have all three sides and you're looking for a missing angle, what you're going to do, and I'm going to erase, sorry, get how to erase things here. There it is. So I'm going to erase this. What you're going to do is you're actually just going to use these formulas and solve for cosine. So that means what I'm going to do is to isolate cosine first. Let's say I'm trying to find angle A. To isolate cosine, I'm going to get rid of the B and the C. So that means this is going to become negative 2bc cosine of A. I'm just going to do capital C because you can differentiate between lowercase c. I don't want two c's together because there's no, you can differentiate here because that's a little cursive and that's not with my handwriting. So that's why I have a capital C for cosine. It has no other meaning other than just letting you know they're different c's. So this is equal to A squared minus B squared minus C squared. So we're basically just going to subtract B and C over. Then we're going to divide by negative 2bc, negative 2bc. So all of these are gone, so the negative 2 as well. So we're left with cosine A, lowercase now, is equal to again, I'm going to leave it as it is. So a squared minus b squared minus c squared all over negative 2bc. All right. Now again, if we're trying to find angle A, to get the angle, I have to do inverse cosine of both sides. So our arc cosine. All right. Which means in the end, angle A, is equal to arc cosine of a squared minus b squared minus c squared all over negative 2bc. Oops, sorry. I kicked a cat. I like hiding under your feet, don't they? So again, this works for angle B and angle C as well. So B, that's not a B. So B is equal to arc cosine of, now instead of A, it's B, so the B is positive this time, and we have minus a squared minus c squared over negative 2ac. And then C, let's put it over here. C is equal to arc cosine of c squared minus a squared minus b squared all over negative 2ab. And that's how you find your angle measures. So you may want to write that. Dog, you need something? Sorry, I got a big old dog bothering me right now. So he's a dog. He's just a giant puppy. All right. Put down the shoe. All right. Yes, you're a very sweet dog. So I would write down these formulas and write them down, have them off the side, have them in your notes. So, because this is all you're going to do. You're going to be doing these formulas for most part. The other two formulas, this is a really short lesson because there's only two more formulas, and those are involving finding area. Yes. All right. So again, I would pause it because I'm not going to. So pause. I'm going to keep moving because I want to go to sleep sometime tonight, and I have a couple more lessons to do other than this. So moving on, clear this. So we're going to do an example problem. Here we're solving for the whole triangle. We want all the parts. So let's draw a triangle out given our information. So we have, and what are you freezing for? This. All right. All right, I think I got something open that's causing it to freeze up. Give me a second. All right, so I think I got it working now. Give me a second. So here we have triangle. Again, loosely defined triangle. ABC, where we're given side A is 10, side B is 4, and angle C is 25. So what we're going to do first is find side C. We don't know this side, we'll find the side. And then we'll find angle A, and then use the 180 degrees to find angle B. It doesn't really matter which order I solve this in. So using the law of cosines, I know that C is equal to the square root of A squared plus B squared minus 2AB cosine of 25 degrees. And I should just say cosine of C. So let me delete that because I didn't put any numbers in. You know, cosine of C. So that's going to be the square root of 10 squared minus, or plus 4 squared minus 2 times 10 times 4 times the cosine of 25 degrees. All right, so I'm going to put that in a calculator. I don't have the graphing calculator up here, which is odd. Let's see, do I have a calculator? I do not. Okay. So I don't have that calculator on me. So I'm going to put that in just my regular scientific calculator that I have somewhere cleverly hidden on my desk. Here it is. So on, we have second square root of 100 plus 16 minus 80 times the cosine of 25. They got me 6.595. I don't know what they want to round to, so I'm just going to say, where's my mouse at? So this is, again, approximately 6.6. We'll say 6.6. We'll keep it easy. Okay. So 6.6. Round to whatever they tell you to round to. If they don't tell you to round, just go to one decimal place. Okay. Keep it simple. So I'm going to find angle A. Again, I can find angle B. It makes no difference. But I know that A is equal to arc cosine of A squared minus B squared minus C squared all over negative 2BC. Okay, so that's going to be arc cosine of 100 minus whatever this, minus 16, okay, minus C squared, so 6.6 squared. And again, I know I'm rounding here, so I'm going to be off a little bit. That's 43.56. So 43.56 over negative 2 times 4 times 6.6. Don't need that extra parentheses there. Or that. I drew the parentheses for no reason. Okay, there we go. Okay, it's getting ridiculous. 4. There we go. Parentheses here. All right, I'm going to put this in a calculator. So this is going to be arc cosine of fraction 100 minus 16. Now again, if you want to be as accurate as possible, you can just say scroll up to what you had and square that. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to actually put in not this, but the whole thing, which is 6.5951. We'll go that. So 6.5951, again, something. Over negative 2 times 4 times give me a second. Almost there. And that gives me that A is equal to 140.1. Okay. So 140.1. I don't know what they want to round to, but we'll say that. So I'm not going to do law of cosines for B. I'm just going to say B is equal to 180 minus the sum of 140.1 and 25. That's 180 minus 165.1. So borrow first. 14.9. All right, and that's how we use law of cosines. Again, pause it if you need to pause it. A little late on that, but still, rewind it, and if you need to pause it so you can read everything. I'm going to move on. I'm glad it's on video, so you can actually pause it, write things down, and then follow along with the video, and you can kind of watch as many times as you need to. Okay. Let's see. 6.6, okay. 140, they rounded us whole numbers, so 15. Okay, we're good. All right. So, area of a triangle. I don't know what this was supposed to be. I'm assuming it's some mistake on Pearson's side. I've had to fix a couple of their PowerPoints already, so I'm assuming that's just a mistake. But this is a way we can find area if we're given side angle side. Okay? And this is a way if we can find area if we're given all three sides. So basically, this is area for side angle side. And this is area for all three sides, side, side, side. Okay? So are they going to give us an answer? They don't really give us a question like this, but they do in our book. So let me find 6.6 in our book. All right. So that's on page 441. We're going to look at let's say number 18, which says find the area of the triangle given that, let's say we have, let's number 20, okay? We're given that C is equal to, I'm pressing buttons. I forgot there's something to pin on, so give me a second. There we go. That's fine. Here. There we go. So we're given C. There we go. C is equal to 112 degrees. A is equal to 1.8 and B is equal to 5.1. So we're going to use this one. All right. So it really didn't matter as long as we have given our triangle. Let's put it up here. If A, B, C, where this is 112, this is 1.8, and this is 5.1. So we have basically side angle side here. Side angle side. We can use this formula, which is 1/2 the product of the two sides, 1.8 and 5.1. 5.1. All right. Times sine of the angle. Sine of 112. So putting that in the calculator. 1/2 times 1.8 times 5.1 times sine of 112. I get 4.255. So there we go. I don't know, whatever they want you around to in the book, they say they don't sit around. So whatever at that point. Check in the back of the book to see if you got it right, okay? Now, if you don't have your book with you, I guess that means you're going to have to guess you have it right. So yeah. Bring your books home, I guess. Again, I know it's kind of hard because we had spring break and you weren't expecting to. Though, I mean, I kind of told you. I kind of called it that they were going to cancel school and we weren't going to come back. Didn't think it was going to be for this long. But, better safe than sorry, I guess. I'm personally happy because we're going to have my baby during this time that we're out, and I don't have to take any days off. They're going to have to pay me out when I leave, so yeah. At least I assume they would. It's confluence, so who knows if they're going to try to weasel out of that too. All right. Moving on. Less complaining about confluence. All right. Yep. So here is Heron's formula. This is we're in side, side, side. First thing we have to do is find what's called the super perimeter, which is half the perimeter, or not super. It's later than I want it to be. Semi-perimeter. So it's 1/2 the perimeter. All right. So find 1/2 the perimeter, and then it's going to be the square root of that semi-perimeter times the product of the semi-perimeter minus each side. Okay. So first, turn the thing on. There we go. we're going to find the semi-perimeter. S is equal to 10 plus 12 plus 14 all over 2, which is actually, since these are 3 consecutive even integers, it's going to be, well, that makes a difference. So 5 plus 6 plus 7, which is 18. All right. So the area is going to equal to the square root of 18 times 18 minus 10 times 18 minus 12 times 18 minus 14. So it's going to be the square root of 18 times 8 times 6 times 4. And I'm just going to plug that in a calculator. 18 times 6 times 8 times 4. And you get, again, approximately, you're going to round to 1 decimal place, 58.8. And that's it. That is it for Chapter 5. No more lessons. I would say I have an accurate and easy way to give an assessment on this. I don't know yet. I'm going to have to figure that out. So, yeah. I don't really think that I need to go over some of these homework questions because they are going to be this straightforward. There's not going to be any tricky, ambiguous cases or anything like that. So, it should be pretty easy for everyone to just dive right in. So y'all have a good night, and we'll see about how to assess this. All right, bye.